As far as resources to study bone, if you go to the study area in Mastering A&P, go to Lab Tools, there are a couple you should be aware of, the Practice Anatomy Lab and the Bone and Dissection videos. I'm going to start with the Bone and Dissection videos when we go there. If we're interested, for example, in the sphenoid, under the bone videos, I'll go down alphabetically to the sphenoid. And what pops up is a woman who gives a tour of the sphenoid bone, 1 minute and 6 seconds. So it's a 1-minute video about for each bone. Super valuable. I'm going to back up to the study area. If I go to Practice Anatomy Lab, then I can go to Models, or I can go to the human cadaver. I'm just going to click on Models here. And I'm going to go to the skeletal system, or axial skeleton. Let's choose the skull. And when I scroll over any bone, it can tell me what it is. I can also take a quiz or a lab practical. And the lab practical will ask me to do the identifications. So those are worth knowing about.
Okay, this is what your quiz will look like. You'll come in and there will be a station, and at each station there will be a bone or a collection of bones, a skull, and there'll be a number. For example, the number 1 right here in that depression. And I'll go over to number 1 and it'll say, this is the blank feature of the blank bone name. And I'm going to say that this is going to be the sella turcica of the sphenoid. Okay, so then I can go over to number 2. And on number 2, I'm looking for a joint. So this joint separates the blank bone name from the blank bone name. I'm going to go with, let's see, that's going to be the coronal suture. Separates the frontal bone from the parietal bone. How about next? Next, I'm looking for a hole here, and the hole is a feature on this bone. So number 3, I'll go over here and see number 3. There's a hole right there. It's the same as this hole on this side. So that must be transverse foramen. I'll know the bone name is a vertebra. And what type is it? Well, it's a cervical vertebra. Cervical vertebra are the only ones that have transverse foramina, which is the plural of this. So then the correct answer here is going to be cervical. And that's how you'll take the quiz. You'll have probably 25 blanks, 1 point per blank at maybe 10 to 12 stations. And that's how you will go through it.